What is going on, guys? I'm back for another video, and today we're doing something pretty cool that I've been wanting to do for a long time. We're gonna see what Subaru STI is the best in Forza Horizon 3. Now there are 6 of them. They vary a little bit PI wise, but they're all pretty much in the same ballpark, I guess. They're all in B class. If you look at the worst one, which is the 22B at 639 PI, and then the highest PI, which is 630 or 677 in the 2005. There is quite a bit of a gap there, but I mean, it's not really anything too crazy. It's only 38 PI, I believe, if my math is correct. So it's nothing really too crazy. Most of the cars are like right in the middle, around like the 50 range. But anyway, let's take a look at the stats for the cars on screen right now. You can see from starting in the top left, and you just read it like a book. It's the PI wise, just in order or whatever. The 22 or the 2005 being the highest PI, and then the 2015, 2004, 2011, 2008, and then the 1998 22B. Again, like I'm not really, I'm pretty sure that that'll be a pretty decent guess about how they'll place. I mean, PI you never really know with some cars. I mean, with my rally series, the leader was a car that was three or four PI below like every other car in the series. So you never really know. And I even had that Subaru, which was like 12 PI lower, that finished in the top 10 or whatever. I think it was like top 5 maybe. I don't remember. Something pretty decent for even being low on the PI. And I mean, I've had cars that I wouldn't think would be the fastest cars, and they finished with a top time even. So you never really know with cars in this game with the PI wise, because it's not perfect, obviously, but it is a good idea to give us like a little estimate of how cars will do. But anyway, let's get right into this. So we're starting off with the Subaru 22B. We're just going to go in order of year. So we're starting with the oldest one. We'll end with the 2015. So we're starting off with the Subaru 22B. I mean, I'll just play the clip. The rally course that we're doing, I don't remember the exact trail. I believe it's something like Coast Jungle Rally or something like that. It's in the Byron Bay section. It's one of my favorite rallies in the game. It's got a lot of high speed. It's a really tight high speed track, but it's also got like those perfect like mid speed long corners, and then a couple really short corners you have to brake for and stuff, and a couple really good jumps too. It's honestly one of the perfect rallies in the game because it's not super intense, but it's just like it's perfect. It's got a couple water splashes too, as you see like this one right here. But the Subaru 22B being the lowest PI wise out of all the cars, it did handle pretty well. It was very easy to control just because it wasn't super quick. It wasn't like I was out of control of the car just because it was pretty slow. I do slide in the wall right there, but I don't think I do that with any of the other cars. That corner is really tough with that jump right there. You have to brake like a tiny bit at the top most of the time. But I wasn't expecting to do that because the car isn't really super fast. But most of the cars really stay between 3rd and 4th gear throughout the entire track. I mean, I think some of the cars shift down to 2nd gear right there for a bit. But yeah, I mean, I gave every car. I think there were a couple cars that I only gave one attempt at this track, like because they were the cars that I would do later on, so I'd be more used to like the cars, more used to the speed of the cars, I guess, and like the track and stuff. But I did give a couple cars off the start, two attempts, but I just picked the best one out of the two to show. But you know, like the car, I mean, I do slam a couple walls here, so I guess the lap could have been a little bit cleaner. I could have given it like a couple more attempts. Obviously, with any of the cars, if I would have given them 5 or 6 attempts, I could have finished with better times. But I didn't want to spend 3 hours recording this video. I mean, it still took me like an hour, but I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, we're coming up at the end of our lap right here. And across the line. So pretty much every car, I believe, was topping out at the end of the track around like the exact same speed almost. I believe it was like 111 miles an hour or something like that. But the Subaru 22B does cross the line at 2 minutes 4.424. I said that absolutely terrible, but you can see it on screen right now. We'll just keep adding cars to the list and the placings as we go. So the car that's up next is just a kind of mid-pack car. It's my personal favorite out of all of the Subarus, the 2004 WRX STI. No backfires at the start like we had with the 22B. But I mean, the car again, it's just pretty on the slow side. Pretty much all these cars, and so it was very easy to handle, really grippy. This one was, I believe it was a little more floaty kind of car. It felt like more like I was driving a boat almost, just like floating, and like the car had a lot of body sway compared to the 22B. I think that's how pretty much all of the cars were, except for the 22B. Which kind of makes sense because the cars are meant to have a lot more softer suspension, because they went from being a strictly rally car with the 22B to just being just daily driver cars pretty much. But a lot better corner there than we had in the other one, which is expected. Oh, excuse me. Which is expected, but I mean, like, the car, it handled really great. I mean, it handles really good around these sweeping corners. I think I tried it. No, I did shift it down in a second there. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, I wanna commentate through the whole thing, but I mean, I don't really have. There's only so much I can say about a car, especially because I'm recording my voice right now, which is the day after I drove all these cars. So I'm just trying to go off what I remembered and stuff like that, and what I can see. But all the cars pretty much have really good gear ratios and stuff. They're just about perfect for this track. I almost missed a checkpoint there. That's pretty close. Shifted all the way down to first gear there. But this section right here is probably one of my favorite sections of the track, because I don't think I had to brake at all with any of the cars through this whole section after that tight corner. I think this car right there, I just braked a tiny bit. Other than that, every other car I was just flat out this entire section all the way to the finish, which is really fun, really cool. But anyway, the 2004 coming across the line with a time of 2 minutes 3 seconds .023. Just a little bit faster than the 22B, but again, like, nothing really super special, nothing super crazy. I mean, we don't really know what's a good time out of the cars. So we're coming up with our third car now, actually. Correct that. The 2005. Now this car, I'm assuming, is going to do pretty good, because it did have the highest PI out of everything else. I believe that the only thing that was close to it was the 2015, and that, let me double check to see how much PI that had. That had 658 PI. So I mean, like, this thing's got a little bit more, but like, not really a ton. It definitely does have the biggest advantage out of all of them, though, because it does have the most PI. But anyway, I mean, the car, this thing again, it handled really good. Very similar to the 2004. I think that the only thing that was noticeable between the 2004 and this was better at was, I think this just had a little bit more power. Overall, the handling and everything, like the turning in, the amount of understeer, the amount of body sway, the amount of grip, just everything was almost identical to the 2004, except this one just had a little bit more power. I think even the gear ratios were almost exactly the same with this, but this just went through the gears a little bit faster. And I think I probably could have even got a little bit faster time out of this thing if I would have clicked all those logs or whatever those were, the fence right there. But anyway, I mean, again, coming up to the super tight corner right here, I don't remember, do I shift all the way down to first? I do shift all the way down to first, taking a little bit wider than I did in the last car. But I mean, again, just straight flat out through here. I don't remember what car had the most horsepower, but I do believe that this car was definitely up there. But again, even with this thing, I'm just completely flat out, just taking the corners, just sweeping all the way, using the entire track. As we're coming up to the final straight right here. A bit faster. I think it finished like 5 miles an hour ahead, or above the 22B. But anyway, the 2005 comes across the line with a time of 2 minutes 0 seconds .888. So that is our current leader by about 3 seconds, which is very good. Really decent, really good time coming out of that thing. But I'm just gonna spoil it right here. It's not the fastest, so stay tuned till the end of the video. But anyway, we're coming up with our fourth car here, which is the 2008 Subaru WRX STI, and this thing, it handled the worst out of all of the cars. I don't know what it was about it, but it just, it was almost like I was running like 235 tires on everything, and then this was like running 155. It's like, I don't really know how else to explain it, but this thing just felt like it had no grip, and it was just all over the track, all over the place, super hard to control, even in the stock form. Obviously with upgrades and stuff that could be fixed and stuff, but I mean, maybe if I gave this car, if I gave this car 6 or 7 tries, I definitely would be able to get used to that and put the power down and be able to put a good time out of this thing. And I definitely think it could compete with the 2005. But just based off of what I did, it was just all over the track, super hard to control, and there wasn't really much I could do about it. I mean, I was trying my best, but again, like, I didn't want to give a certain car an extreme advantage by giving it more tries. I did give this car 2 tries, and this was the fastest time. Even with hitting that other corner and then with slamming into that tree right there, the second try, it was just unbearable. I mean, I think my second try, I was just pushing the car a little bit too much than I should have. This thing doesn't even come with the slowest time. No surprise, the 22B does actually have the slowest time out of all the cars with the 2:04. But I mean, the car, like, it just handled like crap. I mean, it was all over the place, no grip, no traction. Again, I have a little bit more under control in this attempt, but like the other attempt that I don't show, it was just insane. Like, I don't know how to like explain it. It was just so terrible, so bad. But anyway, this thing comes across the line with a 2-minute 3.257, so that puts it right in front of the 2004. But again, not quite as fast as the 2005. But anyway, we got our next car coming up, which is the 2011 WRX STI. Again, like, this thing just handles, all of the cars are just so great handling, except the 2008. It was just, it was all over the place. Like, I don't know what else to say. Stupid hatchback. But anyway, this car, I wasn't really expecting this car to be that fast, because I think it's one of the heaviest of the 2011 and the 2015 are almost identical. I think the 2015 just has a little bit less weight, I believe, or like 3 more pounds or something like that. Like, they're almost completely identical. They do look a little bit different, but stat-wise, they're almost exactly the same. But like, the car, it handles phenomenal. I mean, again, the gear ratios were just about perfect. They were very good for this track. Didn't really find myself bouncing rev limiter or being too low in the next gear, which was really good. I was really happy about that. The big old wide sweeping corners, obviously, I had to slow down a little bit and get it turned in a little bit early so I could swing the car around, so I didn't have some understeer like I did right there. But that's just the Subaru thing. But yeah, I mean, the car, it handled really great. Very well balanced car. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I'll just continue playing the rally, and we'll see the time at the end. Getting to a very decent speed right there. Taking all the way down to first. Nope, keep the thing in second gear. Very interesting. Keeping a good amount of speed around that corner, and then again, just completely flat out through this whole section. Not really gaining too much speed there. Maybe fourth gear was a little bit hesitant. Maybe should have stayed in third gear around there. But anyway, flat out across the line. Finishing with a time of 2 minutes 2.055. So that time does put it in second place. Again, right behind the 2005, but faster than everything else. And then obviously we're coming up with I did spoil it, that a car would be faster than the 05, which is this thing. This did finish with the fastest time of the day, but just barely. I think it finished like half a second ahead of the 05, which doesn't really sound like a lot, but it just felt like I was going so fast. Like, I was super surprised because the thing was completely identical, like stat-wise, to the 2011. So I was expecting it to finish like with an identical time, and it just was two seconds faster. Like, I don't know where it gained the time. Maybe it was the gear ratios were a little bit better. but it felt incredibly fast. It was an incredibly well balanced car. I really honestly didn't expect it to finish with the time that it did, but I mean, it did finish with the fastest time. I already spoiled it and stuff like that. But anyway, so I guess that confirms everything. The 2015 is the fastest of the WRX STIs in the Horizon. I did obviously not going to include the rally cars and stuff because those don't really count. Again, I think this would be a completely different story if we did have upgrades into the fact. I was going to do a video like this with the upgrades and stuff and film it and do a bunch of editing and do really cool, but it would have taken me like a month to do that video and do how I wanted, and I feel like if I did do it, and if I did put the time into it, it still wouldn't quite come out how I dreamed of it. So I didn't want to make a video and just okay to release it. Like, I wanted to perfect it, and I thought that this was the closest thing that I could do to that. So we're coming out again flat out around this whole section. I think this is where it picked up a decent amount of the time on the 2011. It was just the gear ratio was a little bit better. I was a little bit higher in the RPMs in 4th gear through that whole section with this car, and so I was able to keep gaining speed and stuff instead of just being stuck at like 80 miles an hour or something like that. I was pushing 90s and just increasing speed in this car. But this thing comes across the line with a time of 2 minutes .320, so a half a second ahead of the 05. I honestly didn't expect it at all, but again, the car was just so balanced and just so quick. I don't really know where it was faster than the 05, but it was faster. And as always, guys, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like doing. Click some of the videos on screen right now if you want to go see some rally builds of some of the cars that I just did. I take them up to top of S1 class and then race them on the rally track and compare them to a bunch of other cars. I think we're almost at 30 cars now for the series, which is absolutely incredible. Got some really fast times. So definitely go check that out. If you want to see more videos like this or more drift builds or anything like that, I've definitely been getting online a lot more in the game and doing drifting and stuff, doing some tandos with people in the parking lot. So that's definitely cool. If you want to see some videos like that, check them out on the channel. And if you did enjoy, again, please like, favorite, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like doing. And as always, guys, I'm out.